I want to know why you started your political journey.
I actually was a part of a family which was deeply entrenched in ideology, in social work, and yes, a little bit of politics. My mother was from the Janasangh. My grandfather was a Swayamsevak. So for me, all that happened before I became an actor.
But is this a philanthropic move? Is this a need to do good for society, or is it a need for power? What is it?
No, I think that the power that television gave me was much more than what a politician can possibly have. And this need to have that transition only stemmed from the fact that no matter how much you do on the ground, it's the policy makers, the decision makers who ultimately decide the fate of the people. And if you're not part of that process, then it looks like an incomplete journey. So I decided that yes, this is something that I wanted to do deliberately so that I am part of that change.
So why do you think that BJP made you the president of the Mahila Morcha? I mean, just because you were a TV star and the popularity you had? What were your qualifications? Let's hear this. What was
Well, I never applied for the job.
So why did they come to you? No? That's what I'm asking. What did they see?
I have no idea. I did not apply for the job. But in terms of the organization, I've been tried and tested in terms of a Sangathan person. I have been in Maharashtra as a Yuva Morcha vice president. I was a national secretary twice. I was in the national executive for 5 terms. The only difference is that I never publicized that aspect of my life. I felt that there was enough, concentration on my career as an actor. And if I had that kind of media limelight on my political or social work, it would in some way hinder me because of the work that I tried to do, especially in rural areas.
You mean your popularity would hinder your actual progress with the work?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because there's a presumption, there are 2 kinds of prejudices that come along if you're an actor. The first one is that you're dumb and you're not as literate as you should be. And it is very fascinating.
And also self-obsessed.
Possibly. But what is fascinating is that you can be equally dumb if you're from another profession. But that
and even if you're a politician.
No, and that is something that is not considered. So coming with from that kind of a background, with that kind of prejudice, another one that comes with it is that you're not a serious kind of a person, and you will not be that dedicated. So I knew that I had all those challenges. So I deliberately kept my political life under the away from the limelight for a good 10 years.
Yeah, but a lot of people say that
some people told me, "आपने इतना किया, लेकिन आपने दिखाया नहीं." I said, मैंने दिखाने के लिए नहीं किया था.
हाँ, मैंने करने के लिए किया था.
And I needed to understand that it's easy to plonk yourself on the top and say, "Oh, I deserve this," but it's more difficult to come from the trenches and say, I've gone through the whole process. And now if you think that, I'm to be given some responsibility, well and good. But what I'm extremely grateful about is that I've never asked for a position.
So do you feel now, because a lot of people say that it's because your career as an actor has taken a back seat. Is it a chicken and egg? I don't know which one is come first.
It's a deliberate act of wanting to have the career take a back seat.
So that your politics can go ahead.
Because I'm putting in more time into politics.
What is the balance now? So your political life is definitely a priority right now, and your acting life has gone away. It hasn't been the other way around, that your acting life started fading and therefore the political life came
I joined politics when I was at the top of my career. So I didn't join when everything was over and done with. Even today, if I choose to work, I do a Telugu film, which I've just done. I've done a Bengali film. So it all depends on whether I like a particular character. But because my travels take me everywhere and there's hardly any time between 2 kids, 1 husband, 1 political career. So I've decided that, if you want to give that much time to your politics, you can't give so much time to your acting.